Then most women are bigger than you'd think.
Yeah, because why should a woman not be sexual? I don't understand. Like,
the reason is if you have the desire to get married and to be with that one person, you're essentially making it harder on yourself to physically be like, okay, I'm going to be with this person, forget about all these other dudes, because there's things like Alpha were doing where you had this dude that just rocked your world, just changed your life, and you can never get him out of your brain because of all the partners you've been with. And then you have just areas where if you've slept with all these dudes, your ability to is a pair bond with your husband is going to be hard because you've just freely giving yourself to all these other dudes, to where when it comes to your husband, it's going to be like, yeah, I love him, but he doesn't do this, like this person did, that person did, that person did. So it's like you have all these bits and pieces of these other dudes that just...
Do men not have the same thing?
Not in the same way women do, because it's like weird. Men can love multiple women at the same time.
Yep.
So it's kind of like if a guy has an ex-girlfriend, it's weird. I talked to this pickup artist. Like, I went to a pickup artist boot camp. This dude, so good with women. Like, literally slept with like 3 girls in 3 days, like whatever. And he told me, he's like, yeah, the girls after me, they always seem to get married after like I sleep with them. And he's like, I still get mad. I'm like, do you want them? I'm like, he's like, no. I'm good. And it's because men release a hormone that makes them like territorial. So men can love multiple women on the same time because that's natural to them. There was 17 women reproducing for every one guy, where women can only love one man and it has to be the best that she can do, because typically you were with the strongest guy. Otherwise another guy would kill him and take you with and kill your kids.
Yeah.
So
I think even like the way we're designed reproductively, like we can impregnate multiple women easily, but you get pregnant once and you're like out of the game for like a while. If that makes sense.
And then also it's like the whole lock and key analogy, where a cheap lock can be opened by any key. However, a master lock can only be opened by one key. So it's the idea that whatever's behind the lock is precious and needs to be withheld at all costs. And if it's given out freely, then it loses value.
And the key that can open many locks is also more valuable.
yeah. Yeah, because men, I don't think most girls think that like men are sleeping around all the time, but guys have to work. Men have to work really hard to be able to get girls. They have to figure out money. They have to go to the gym, where we're just 15, 14 and guys start hitting on us.
That's true.
And so it's not impressive to sleep with a lot of guys, and it actually repulses them because historically they had to ensure paternity. So they had to say, I want to make sure that kid is mine and I'm not passing on my resources to a kid that's not mine. So that's why they're biologically predispositioned to like pure women for relationships. They'll screw anything, but
So the obsessions with teens, because they're pure.
I wouldn't say, what do you mean obsession with teens? Because
Like,
most guys
like
I know,
young, like young women.
how young
As young as is legal.
is legal.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a bit mad still.
I don't
That's what
think
it
they're
is.
obsessed with them. I think they're obsessed with the idea of the purity in them. Like if they
that's where
were
it comes
if
from?
they were 20 and still like that, oh, they would go for that. But it's just the idea of like they're still pure. They don't. I can conquer it.
There can
in a
be no
sense.
other father. It will only be mine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and so men value youth, fertility, and beauty. And so the younger you are, the more you have of that.
Right, okay.
Because, men aren't lining up to date 50-year-olds, so at some point it goes away.
It does.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
Darn.
And modern woman demonizes anything that is at detriment to her. So, for example, as us as men, when we're young, we realize that, all right, when you're like 16, you realize the local drug dealer who's like 19 will pull up in the Vauxhall Corsa, will take the sexiest girl of the year, and you just have to take it because you're young and that's it. And that's just the game is the game. We see women when they hit, like say, touching 30, they'll go out to clubs and they'll say, why is everyone in here a kid? Or they'll start demonizing men of their age who are dating 23-year-olds. Like, oh, why can't you get a woman your age? And they don't accept that power divide is now
Because, okay, once you see this, you can't really unsee it. Every time men have a standard, women shame them for it.
Body count.
Yeah. So every time,
age.
so the things that men value, they're shamed for valuing. So for example, if a guy says, I want a young girl, I want her to be in shape, I want no kids. They're saying you're fat phobic, you're slut shaming, da 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 da. But girls can go on a public platform and say, I deserve this, 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 and this, and nobody bats an eye. I deserve a guy that treats me right. I deserve a guy that makes this amount of money. I deserve a guy that's this tall, and no one will say anything.
Okay, where do you think that comes from?
I just think society is geared towards women. We make 70 to 80% of consumer buying decisions. So I just think everything in the media is for women, except this channel, like the video.
Like it up.
I think part of it is women are sold this narrative from such a young age that you can be whatever you want and it doesn't matter. So, like, for example, body positivity, body count doesn't matter. Whereas for men, if you're short, balding, fat, and you're broke, there's no support group for broke men. There's no support group for fat men other than Weight Watchers.
Incel.
Yeah.
Could it also be like,
But even incel, right? That's like a term to shame men or
It's
like
like
make fun of
derogatory.
them. It's like derogatory. But if a girl's fat, there's a whole movement to put her on the cover of a magazine. No one's trying to put the short broke men on the cover of magazines.
Yeah, because they're trying to kill people.
What? Say it again.
They're trying to kill. Can I say that word?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, because they're trying to kill people.
They're trying to kill
I mean,
people.
maybe incel. It's generally associated with that. Move on. But
Yeah.
I think for women, like the feminism movement came from because of
Feminazi movement, yeah.
like not the feminazi movement, but the feminism movement came from women that were repressed and unhappy and had been sold this belief that they were only due this in life. This is all you need to find a suitable husband, get married, have children, and that is your lot, and be happy with it.
So, did you know that feminism was actually started by men?
No.
It started in Seneca Falls, New York, and it had 200 men, 100 women there.
Okay.
And to me, feminism is and always has been freedom without responsibility, starting with the right to vote. Because most women didn't actually want the right to vote because it came with getting drafted. If today, in 2022, there was a war and you had to pick, do I want to vote in society, but if I vote, I go and fight to war? Or you cannot vote and not have to go to war.
I've often wanted to go to war.
You want to be fighting in the front lines.
My dad was in the SAS, so
Okay.
I'm kind of like, could I?
So front lines, a gun.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You don't know. Like, how do you know? I like fighting.
I personally, I'm in the kitchen. I'm not brave. I'm
not a
not.
good cook. Maybe I miss something.
Yeah.